Check this out. This is crazy. That's a little thing that you have to scan in when you come into Costco. To me, that's just like the devil.
They kept me waiting for about 10 minutes. They swabbed both of my hands.
You know, the mark of the beast in the book of Revelation, nobody could figure that out. But, you know, the mark of the beast in the book of Revelation, nobody could figure that out. But nobody could figure that out. But now, you know.
There are a lot of videos circulating now about the mark of the beast, technology, and the smart mark, predictive programming movies, and videos even for young people. Human scans in Costco, Aldi shop in London, and many others. They are calling it the beast scans. The viral video of a woman in China. The dystopian system of China is coming to America soon. Is this true? In this clip, a woman made a video about a system in Costco which she connects to the end times, the mark of the beast, and soon everyone will be scanned.
Check this out. This is crazy. That's a little thing that you have to scan in when you come into Costco. To me, that's just like the devil. Little by little, they're going to get everybody to scan their hands when they make them get the mark of the beast. Remember.
Check this out. The mark of the beast technology is already being pushed and promoted all throughout the world, and no one is really talking about this. You won't be able to enter into the store unless you have a QR chip, which is going to correlate when the mark of the beast comes out, when you have to get chipped in either your forehead or
So you
your
go
right
into the
hand.
local Aldi's, like this one, and you think, I'm going to go in here and buy some food so that I can feed myself. And then you approach the barrier, and look, you can't even get in the shop.
You won't be able to buy or sell all programming. So the mark of the beast should be here within the next 5 years. Be here within the next 5 years. Be here within the next 5 years.
This video was shared thousands of times, and sadly, it is promoting error. It seems harmless at first, but it does condition the minds of the masses that if you miss the rapture, just don't take the mark.
Where's your mark? No mark, no food.
I won't take it. I know what it is. I'd rather starve than sell my soul.
They thought I was crazy, but Grandma always told me, if you miss the rapture, don't take the mark.
I'd rather starve than sell my soul.
If you miss the rapture, don't take the mark.
If you miss the rapture, don't take the mark. Does the Bible teach a secret rapture and that people will still be alive after the second coming of Christ? Let me know in the comment section. People have accepted the idea that the mark of the beast system includes the implants and even in airports.
This is what happens when you try to fly now without a real ID.
I mean, just have you come over here for me.
So they're pulling me to the side because I don't have a real ID or anything. I don't know if I can see. So pull me to the side. Now I gotta wait.
They kept me waiting for about 10 minutes.
Good. Put your foot fast on your hands, okay?
Okay.
They swabbed both of my hands. They swabbed both of my hands.
The dystopian system of China is coming to America soon. Is this true?
That is now all of China apparently is I once again cannot buy food. Cell phone that is linked to a Chinese bank card so that I could buy anything.
With the caption, coming to US soon, coming to the United States very soon.
Oh my God. Terrifying. Oh, but now I once again can't buy anything.
But this Netflix cartoon called Smart Mark Zombies features the Smart Mark implant.
By the sudden rollout of Rook Unlimited's most fantastic device ever, the Smart Mark. Throw your other devices away because the Smart Mark is more than just a phone. It's part of you. Use it as cash. Book your travel. And even shoot video. Distribution points are all over the city. And don't let the lines discourage you. The Rook Unlimited Smart Mark is worth the wait.
The Smart Mark has brought order to my life.
And the best part? It's absolutely free. A gift of thanks to our city from Rook Unlimited.
23% of the population has been given the Smart Mark, number 1.
Time to test our system, number 6.
Dearest friends, this is what you call predictive programming. Pre-programming in entertainment is a psychological technique to condition the subconscious and conscious mind of the public to ideas that will be introduced at a later date. This makes the public much more likely to accept the ideas as normal because they have already been familiarized with them. 2 years after this Netflix cartoon, we now have a movie also about predictive programming, The Leave the World Behind by Julia Roberts. It was produced by a production company, Higher Ground Productions, which is ran by Barack and Michelle Obama. A movie that is using predictive programming, strange subliminal messages in the movie of future scenarios of our world. This is not new in movies like Enemy of the State, satellite tracking systems, much like Google Street View, and Minority Report, retina scanners, and in Casino Royale, they had RFID trackable implants. We find it in old movies, but it's now a part of everyday life, just like China now has an all-seeing surveillance state that is growing to be more invasive. The main theme of the movie is a cyber attack that takes place that shuts down the power grid and brings an end-of-the-world scenario on the earth.
Will this be a part of the Mark of the Beast?
David Jeremiah is an American pastor of an evangelical church, author and founder of Turning Point Radio and Television Ministries, a senior pastor of a Baptist megachurch. He caught my attention in this interview. He said that no one can figure out what the Mark of the Beast is until now. Actually, there is a group of people that exactly knows what the Mark of the Beast is. They just won't listen and believe.
You know, the mark of the beast in the book of Revelation, nobody could figure that out. You know, the mark of the beast, nobody could figure that out. You know, the mark of the beast, nobody could figure that out. But now, you know, there are organizations in Europe that are actually implanting things in the wrist that electronically can conduct any business you would ever want to conduct, including transferring money from one account in this part of the world to another part of the world. The Bible says that as we get toward the end, there will come a time when if you don't have this mark, you won't be able to buy or sell. And just think about that. You go to the grocery store, you have a whole cart full of food, and you get it all, and you go to pay for it, and they look at your hand, and if you don't have the mark, you can't buy it. The rulership of one man.
The Adventist Church, dear friends, knows exactly who the beast is and what is her mark of ecclesiastical authority. But not only that, the Adventist Church has been pointing people on how to receive the seal of God. Typically, pastors like David Jeremiah carries the teachings of the Jesuits, futurism, teaching that a future Antichrist and a 7-year tribulation will secretly rapture the church. Origin of futurism. The other Jesuit scholar, Francisco Rivera from Salamanca, assigns the meaning of fulfilled prophecy to the future. He received a doctorate in theology from the University of Salamanca and joined the Jesuit order in 1570. He taught that Antichrist will be a single individual who would rebuild the temple in Jerusalem, abolish the Christian religion, deny Christ, be received by the Jews, pretend to be God, and conquer the world, all in this brief space of 3.5 years. Dear friends, the book of Daniel shows what will happen in Revelation. The counterfeit worship of the sun god in the book of Daniel will be repeated in Revelation. Daniel and his friends represents the remnant people of God, and Daniel is a type of Jesus Christ. What happened in Daniel will be repeated in the book of Revelation. It was all about the commandments of God. And the only commandment right now that starts with the word remember, the Christian world calls legalism. That if you follow the commandments of God, you are legalistic. This is exactly what they are teaching, because they have the gospel of futurism. It's all from the Jesuits. You must proclaim the three angels' message. Kindly type our appeal today: I proclaim the three angels' message. Would you like to spread the everlasting gospel with me, dear friends? Thank you, and kindly share this important prophecy update.